Hi there, this is video 1.10 and we're going to do some practice proofs. There's a typo on that first question, so I fixed it and it's probably going to be fixed on yours. All right, prove the sum of 5 consecutive integers is divisible by 5. So let's go 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So that's 3, 6, 10 is 15. 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11. I don't know. 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11. All right, that's 45. And I don't know. 25 plus 26 plus 27 plus 28 plus 29. $135. All right, so that was step 1. Step 1 is do examples. I'm always looking for at least 3 to make sure you understand what the question is saying. Okay, so the next one is to set up your variables. So n, oops, how did I do? Hold on, I'll make it look like the, yep. All right, let's do it this way. So my first number, we're gonna call it n. My second number, now key here, always look for that word consecutive. If you see that, you have to keep using the variable. So to get from 1 to 2, I add 1. So it's going to be n plus 1. And my third is going to be n plus 2. My fourth number, I think you already know the pattern. Fifth number, n plus 4. All right, so got everything defined there. Now it says I need to prove the sum of them. So I'm going to have to add them up. So n plus 1 plus n plus 2 plus n plus 3 plus n plus 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is equal to, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 n's. And 1 plus 2 is 3, and 3 more is 6, and 4 more is 10. Okay, so the sum is this, and I want to prove it's divisible by 5. And I get n plus 2. I'm good. See, if this was like, hold on. If I got right over here, and then I'm going to erase it. So if my sum was like 5n plus 8, and then I went divisible by 5, so this part would turn out, but it doesn't divide evenly by 5. It's like 1. Now it's bugging me. 5 should be 1.6. Right? Not even. It has to come out to a nice even whole number. Otherwise, it doesn't divide. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that. So think of that as some very cool extra bonus footage you got for watching the videos. Now, I'm just going to make this shorter. The sum, instead of writing out the sum of 5 consecutive integers, is evenly divisible by 5. So there we go. Ta-da! All right, next one. I'm going to do this next one with you, and then I think on the last one, you should try it on your own. But this is difference between consecutive perfect squares is always an odd number. All right, so consecutive means one after the other. So 4 squared minus, I better do it in order. 4 squared minus 5 squared. So that is 16 minus 25 minus 9. That's an odd number. 10 squared minus 11 squared. So that's going to be 100 minus 121 minus 21. 2 squared minus 1 squared. That's going to be, okay, 2 squared is 4 minus 1. That's going to be 3. Whoops, got my order wonky there. Let's do that. 1 squared minus 2 squared is equal to negative 3. All right, well, the key here is it's always an odd number, just because when I think consecutive order, it's smaller to bigger. They all end up negative. No big deal. All right, so let our first number is going to be n, and our next, second number is going to be n plus 2. N plus 1. Sorry. Okay, but I need to square them. Right, because it talks about perfect squares. Oh, how's your skills? Let's go down here. N plus 1 times n plus 1, right? You're going to FOIL. N times n is n squared. N times 1 plus n. First outside, inside, plus n plus 1. So we have n squared plus 2n plus 1. Okay, so there was step 1 was here. This was step 2. Now we need to know the difference. So the difference between consecutive perfect squares. So I've been doing the little one, the first number minus the big. So this is be about step 3. So n squared minus, and I'm going to use a bracket, n squared plus 2n plus 1. That's first number minus the second number. So we have n squared. Now I'm going to distribute this through minus n squared minus 2n minus 1. Now n squared and n squared, that disappears. So I got minus 2n minus 1. That is as simple as I can get. Now I need to do the proof part that shows it's an odd number. Well, we haven't talked about that yet, but an even number you can divide by 2. An odd number you can't divide by 2. But whether it's odd or even, it doesn't matter. You still divide by 2. So I get minus n minus 0.5. So not even. So how do we write this? The difference is not evenly divisible by 2, so it is odd. So you can't really prove something is odd directly. You actually prove it's odd by saying it's not even. You'll get there. It makes sense. Okay, I think you should be able to turn, we've done 2 examples plus a 1 on, plus 2 on the previous page. You should be able to turn off the video and do this question all by yourself. All right, let's look. 2 odd and an even number. So 3 plus 9 plus 2. 3 and 9 is 12, it'll be 14. So 1 plus 1 plus 2. Odd, odd, even. I was going whatever order they, even though I know order doesn't matter when you add. I'm going to try and follow the pattern as much as best I can. 1 and 1, that's 4. 5 plus 19 plus 28. I do know. $52. Okay, so we know this works. Second step, write out your variables. So we need an odd number. So first, odd number is equal to 2n plus 1. Second number. Now, notice the question has nothing to do with consecutive. It doesn't matter whether they're one after the other or not. So we need to use different letters. So 2k plus 1. And even number. Again, nothing about consecutive, so pick yourself a different variable. No plus 1 on this one. All right, now it says find the sum. So 2n plus 1 plus 2k plus 1 plus 2b. Well, what do we get when we add that up? Let's go do it correctly, or more better, correctly. Let's go alphabetical. 2b plus 2k plus 2n plus 2. Okay, you don't have to put it in alphabetical order. It's just best practice that everybody does. Now to see if it's odd or even, divide by 2. So b plus k plus. So that worked lovely. So the sum is even because divides evenly by 2. End the video.